Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Planet X News. This is Scott from the Nibiru channel. Hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I guess we have already started going into this solar stream of energy caused by this CME. And if any of you were watching the last live stream, I was showing the magnetopause, the magnetosphere, the solar wind, basically the whole 9 yards. And it definitely looks like it has all begun. Just as I was getting ready to start this live stream, started having internet problems. So we're basically going to cut this live stream kind of short. The physicist is not going to be joining me because she's still suffering from a little bit of jet lag. But tomorrow, we're definitely going to be back on air with another live stream and some additional reporting from her. However, I took some photographs, just a few snapshots of the sun at around 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. And we started to review the photographs. And I got to tell you, these pictures are a little weird. We studied these pictures for probably about an hour, and they were pretty confusing, but they're definitely showing something out there between us and the sun. I mean, I'm going to show you the photographs. I'm not going to make any huge claims here, but I've never seen anything like this before come from my camera. I've never seen anything like this come from the camera, period. And under the circumstances, everything that is going on in our solar system, it's really hard to discount anything. So I wanted to give everyone the opportunity to check these photographs out, and I'm going to be getting them over to my friend Bobby first thing in the morning, and I'm going to see what he can make of these. He's a professional photographer, and he's been helping me out, quite a bit. But I'm going to share my screen with all of you, and we're going to take a look at this first picture. Now, this picture, we added gamma to this photograph just to take out the lens flare so we can actually see the object that we were trying to view. And I hope all of you can see this right now. It's it's pretty amazing. Now, if you can see this faint circle right here, that was a little lens flare. But what we were viewing was this object right here. It's shaded down below. However, you can see this pink object. It's spherical. I mean, come on, folks. I don't know what else to say. The sun doesn't even look normal in any of the photographs. I think I took about 14 photographs, and I wanted to show this one first. I'll zoom in a little bit more for you so you can take a closer look at it. We put this photograph up on the large flat screen TV, just to get a really, really good high definition look at it. But, there's a lot of things that are driving me crazy with this photograph. I mean, number one, the color, the pink color of this object, how it's being illuminated only on the top, not the bottom. And this ray of sun, if you want to call it that, is directly over top of the object. So, it's very hard to discount something like this. I mean, is there a huge possibility that we're seeing, like this object being projected by the sun simulator? It's just so hard to say. But, in all my years of taking pictures, I've never seen this type of a lens flare. at all. And like I said, if you pay very close attention, I've added the gamma to this photograph, and you can see where we try to take out the lens flare. By adding this gamma, you can see this object stayed right where it was. Definitely very, very unusual. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the other photographs. Just give me 1 second here. We'll bring them up. Now, in this photograph here, so let me go ahead and widen the screen. You can see the lens flare right down here. You can see it. I've never seen anything like this before. Never. You know, you have this big sun and these petals, the sun petal look all through here. Again, it just doesn't even look normal. You know, and then we were catching this object in a series of photographs. I took photographs from many different angles, but this object, it stayed right there. Now here's another photograph. Same thing. Different angle. The sun just doesn't even look right. I mean, it's just got a really weird shape to it. And then once again, we're seeing this half moon object being illuminated right here on the top. You know, it almost makes you think that this object is between us and the Earth, and possibly, you know, at a lower position. It's pretty weird, you know. Again, I'm not going to sit here and make a bunch of claims and start jumping up and down and yelling planet X, but I've never seen a photograph like this before. I mean, the physicist, like I said, we sat for, pretty much over an hour, and we viewed these photographs. It just rather disturbing to see something like this. I've never taken a photograph like this before. You know, the lens flares were clear. You could see it right here in the bottom. Let me wait till this screen goes away here. The lens flare is right here at the bottom. So we're going to move on to the next photograph. Now, I changed it over to black and white just to see if it would disappear. It didn't go anywhere. Now you can see this light circle right here. But again, whatever this object is, it's either very solid or it is a projected image of something. Now, once again, just changed a little bit of coloring to see if we can get this to come out a little bit more. And there it is. One more picture. We'll check it out. Now, in this photograph, this was about, I actually have these out of order. This was about 5:30 p.m. This was 1 hour before I started taking the other photographs. The sun was absolutely blazing hot. I could barely stand facing directly up at the sun for no more than 10 seconds. It was just literally burning my face. So this picture is out of order in the sequence. Now, once again, here we go. We have a lens flare here at the bottom. It's being covered by these stupid arrows here. You can see this right here. There's a lens flare right below. I'll move my cursor out of the way so you can see it. Now, if you look at the bottom, the very, very bottom, you can see the actual lens flare. And the rays of the sun are projecting over top of the secondary object that we were looking at right here. You know, these pictures are confusing. And, we were studying these, and they were just really crazy looking. And then we came up with this photograph. And now, once again, we can see this object right here. The sun's illuminating it from this way. The rays of the sun are over this object. You know what? While we're on here, let's see if we can't do some adjustments on this this photograph here. Let's see if we can't work on it and see what we come up with. Okay, we're darkening it up. Now you can see the object more clearly. Now right here's your lens flare. Right there and right there. Let's see what we can do with some contrast here. That's not working. Now this is what I wanted to show this to you folks. This is what they want you to see. Okay, this is what they want you to see right here. When they turn up this sun simulator on full blast to the point where you can't see anything. But what's really there is that. You go from this, you can't see it, and you go to this. You know, that's a big difference. You go from this to that. So, you know, if you're able to block out these rays of the sun, there's a high possibility that you may capture something. So this is what we're looking at here. So there's not too much we can do with the photograph. Let's see what we could do with a little bit of color. Take all the color out of it. The object still there. Add a little clarity. It's not going to do too good. But again, I've never seen a photograph like this. I've never taken one like this before. You know, there's definite shadowing and shading on the bottom. The rays of the sun are being projected over top of the object. You know, it's definitely strange. That's all I have to say. You know, this is definitely strange. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to blow this up a little bit so you could take a little bit of a closer look at it. You know, I've never seen a lens flare like that before. Never, ever. You know, the lens flare is down here. You can see it in the picture. There's your little dot. There's your little pink cast down here. There you go. I don't know, folks. You know, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and make a bunch of claims, but these are very odd pictures. Very odd. I've never seen anything like this before. Now, once again, a few minutes later, took this photograph. You can see the object right here. The angle of the sun directly on top and the rays of the sun directly over this object. So once again, let's try to work on the color here real quick and see what we can come up with. Let's take the light out of the picture. Okay, whenever we take the light out of the picture, we get a better view of what is here. No, that's not going to make it too good. The clarity, somewhat. Contrast, let's see. If you brighten it, you start losing it. Again, this is what they want you to see. This brightness. This brightness is what is causing all of us not to see these objects. But once you start taking that brightness out, bingo, you start to see it. You know, that's the best that I could do with the equipment that I have. And once again, here you go. You know, I mean, this is what you're looking at. And then, if you're able to turn it down, you start to see what's there. You know, and we were figuring, okay, the way that this shadowing and this light is shining on this object has to be kind of below the sun's ecliptic, because the sun seems to be shining down onto this object. You know, look, folks, if this was a lens flare, we would be seeing all of the lens flare with the little dot in it, like we always see. Is this a projected image of some kind? You know, that's the question. That's definitely the question. But like I said, I wanted to share these photographs with you so you guys can see these. Now, again, this is another photograph taken just a few minutes later. And let's go ahead and get over here and let's get this light turned down. And there we have it. So when you turn the light down, the object comes out even more. It gets hidden in the bright, intense rays of either this sun or this sun simulator, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to zoom in here a little bit for you, and you can see the rays of the sun are projected over top of this object. And the way that we were figuring this is, again, the sun had to be shining down on this object for it to even start to look like this. Zoom in a little more for you. I don't know. What do you guys think? Pretty crazy looking. You know, it's kind of weird. You know, all of a sudden we have all these problems here today going into tomorrow. We have all this intense solar wind and CMEs and, you know, just all this confusion in our solar system. And then I go and I crack off a few shots like this. What the hell is it? I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to share these with you because myself and the doctor, we were both a little confused by these pictures. We're going to go ahead over to this picture and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to get rid of the light. See, if you increase the light, you really can't see it. That's what they want. But whenever you take the light out of there, that's what you're getting. So we're going to go ahead and save that. Once again, it's definitely weird. Really makes you wonder. You know, are they really actually, you know, turning this sun simulator up? Is there really a sun simulator up there? Is this a projected image, a reflective image? I don't think it's a lens flare of any kind. That much I know. Definitely makes you think. Let's look at another one here. Same thing. These are the original images. Now, I could barely see this object. Let's do the editing together. See what we come up with. Once again, we're going to lower the light. We lower the light. I don't even have to touch the clarity. We can see the damn thing. So, you know, in all actuality, if you were to say this was a lens flare, well, where's the rest of it? And why is only the top of it illuminated? It is below the sun. So dealing with the positioning, if you had a light source up here and a solid source down here, the light source would be shining down on it, therefore illuminating the top part. That's what we're seeing. The rays of the sun right here, directly over top of this object. You know, and we were discussing the fact of the matter is, okay, I mean, maybe this object, you know, the image of it is being projected accidentally. Is the camera picking it up that way? Again, you know, just very hard to say, but very unusual photographs. And again, I just wanted all of you to have a chance to see them. Document it. That's what we want to do. Me personally, I think they're pretty weird. You know, this is definitely got my eyes wide open. Definitely. I'm going to post these photographs on the Facebook page. You guys want to, take a look at them, download them off of the Facebook page. Work on the photographs yourself with different color programs. Maybe some of you are way better at that than me, and investigate the pictures a little bit. And together we'll see what we can come up with. Now, we didn't take the light out of this photograph. And there we go. We take the light out of it. Let's save it. And again, you just come up with this confusing looking picture that really kind of freaks you out. The light source coming directly. It's almost got a little bit of a rainbow effect right here. The light source at the top, illuminating the top of this object, and the rest of it, it's in the dark. And the light source right over top of it. Really weird. Really weird. Like I said, folks, help me out here. I'm going to upload these to the Planet X News Facebook page. Feel free to take the photographs, download them, copy them, and work on them. If you find something different than what I'm seeing here, any proof that, yeah, this was probably, some type of a camera anomaly. I don't know. I've never seen anything like this before. Never, ever. This is a little bit of a confusing picture right here. Let's take the light out of this picture real quick. Now, in this picture, you do see the flare. There's a little bit of a flaring right here, and it's over top of the object. Man, that's even more crazier. How do you explain that? I don't know, folks. That's why I'm asking for your help here. Let's see if anybody's a lot better at working with these photographs. I'm going to go ahead and upload these ASAP onto the Planet X Facebook page. You guys download them. You want to make your own video out of them. If you come up with something, definitely let me know, and we can work on this. But I just found these pictures really, 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 really weird, and I wasn't the only one. And right after I took these pictures, the doctor was actually with me when I was taking the photographs, and instantaneously showed them to her. And her mouth was hanging wide open. She's like, wow, look at that. And then we transferred the pictures immediately to my big flat screen TV, and we were looking at them on that 60-inch flat screen, and wow. I mean, it's definitely an eye-opener. But do me a favor, get me some help out there and see if you guys can work on these photographs. If you come up with something much different, you can either email me or you can put them up on the Planet X News Facebook page. Let's kind of work this together. You never know when you're going to make a groundbreaking discovery in what we're investigating. And, like they always say, two heads are better than one. And, we're more than 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60,000 strong here. We could definitely do it. But I am definitely going to get some rest. There's a big day coming up tomorrow. The doctor's going to be with me probably all morning and all afternoon. And we're going to be reporting on this solar energy coming towards the Earth. And we're probably going to see a very, very large uptick in earthquake activity. We might start to see a lot of other strange things happening. By the way, if any of you watched BP Earthwatch, he did a fantastic, really crazy story on this satellite that looks like either three man-made objects destroyed the satellite or something. So I would definitely head over to BP Earthwatch. Check out the video that he uploaded about this satellite. It's really creepy. It's either UFOs or man-made objects. Something took out this huge satellite. So there's all kind of weird things happening in our solar system, folks. You know, it's definitely better than watching CNN, you know, the crap news network. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and sign off on this live stream. I am going to run the 3D earthquake tracker for the rest of the evening because I have a big feeling that we're going to definitely see some big earthquakes. I hope not, but I just have a big feeling. So that 3D earthquake tracker will be running throughout the evening and into the early hours of tomorrow morning. And be looking for our live streams. I will try to post them much earlier so a lot of you have more notification. And hey, listen, guys, live stream, don't worry about it. It is always posted on both channels. And once YouTube processes it, it's there as a permanent video. So like I said, folks, help me out with those pictures. If you find something, let me know. Email me, nibiru2016@gmail.com, or go to the link for the Facebook page in the description box. Start following the page. You can message me there, or you can upload the pictures and post them directly to the Facebook page. This is Scott from Planet X News and the Nibiru channel. Thank you all for watching. Take care.